Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good afternoon. Welcome to the joint meeting of Toastmasters Club of Storytellers and Leaders Connect Toastmasters. My name is Mohit Sahani and I'm the meeting chair for the day. Let me start by asking you a little quick question. Okay, you can answer either by unmuting yourself or you can put the answer in the chat box. The question is, what according to you is the most important trait that makes successful people successful? You can put your answers either in the chat box or unmute yourself and say it out aloud. Any thoughts?
Taking charge of their life.
Taking charge.
Every win is there, every loss is there. Nobody else is responsible for their life.
Taking charge of their lives. Okay, that's a fantastic answer. Hi, Toastmaster Colonel Prem, how are you? Anybody else would like to answer that question? What makes successful people successful? The one quality or one trait. I see that we have some answers in the chat box. Conversations they have with themselves. Okay. And then the other answer, Saurabh thinks it is thoughts. Okay.
So conversations that they have with themselves and knowing how they act or react. So,
knowing how they react. Okay. Thank you, Deepthi, for sharing your inputs. All right, all of those are right answers, but not the answer according to one of the surveys that was conducted. And for the benefit of Colonel Prem, so the question that I asked was, what according to you is the one skill or trait that makes successful people successful?
People successful.
Yeah, we have several answers coming in here. We heard from folks who think it is their thoughts, the conversations they have with themselves. Somebody thinks how they react. Alokita thinks how we react, or sorry, how we take charge of our lives is what makes us successful, makes them successful. Deepthi thinks it's their belief. Any inputs from you, Colonel Prem?
Good afternoon. Yes. And I mentioned that I have to have some goals and of course self-belief. I think somebody has written.
Goals and beliefs. Okay, fantastic. Okay, those are all great answers. But according to one of the surveys that was conducted back in 2010, they conducted a survey of top leaders, CEOs of companies which were between $50 million and $5 billion in revenue. And the results of the survey suggested that the one skill which makes top leaders successful is self-awareness. That was the top skill. Self-awareness, according to that survey, makes successful people successful. Now, today, we have an interesting lineup of topics in the meeting. Especially, we have seasoned Toastmaster and our dear friend, Toastmaster Bhavya Mangla, who will give a keynote on self-talk, which is one of the ways in which we can perhaps improve our self-awareness. So we will have all of that coming up soon in the session. Meanwhile, just to set some ground rules for the meetings. Number one, let's try to be fully present in the meeting, interact, ask questions, react to what is happening so that you can gain the maximum out of these 2 hours that you are investing here. Secondly, this is a 2 hours long meeting, so feel free to grab some snack or some beverage if you like. And even if you have to excuse yourselves, feel free to do that. Just let us know. And thirdly, sex, religion, and politics are sensitive topics. So those are to be dealt with very delicately. If you have to use them in your speeches, please be mindful to use them carefully. Today, we have a couple of guests here, so would like to get some inputs from the guests who are present. Let's start with our friend Aneet. Aneet, would you like to give a quick introduction and what brings you here?
Yes, sure. I'm Anit Singh. I'm working with British Telecom as an internal auditor, and I came to know about Toastmaster from one of my friend in American Express. And when I joined in, I know more about the Toastmaster. I joined last session a few weeks back. So I just came to know that yes, this is a path where I can gain much knowledge about the organizational decision making or anything which I plan in my career. This will support to think strategically and implement those things in my working life. That's why I joined this Toastmaster.
Great. Thank you, Aneet. You're in the right place. I hope you can gain something from this meeting and you can continue your journey as a Toastmaster. I've also see
Sure,
that we
thank you.
have Gurpreet today. Gurpreet, would you like to introduce yourself and share with us what brings you here? Gurpreet? Okay. All right. Before we proceed, it is important that I call out the mission of Toastmasters Club for the guests as well as for the members. The Toastmasters Club mission is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication skills and leadership skills, which in turn foster self confidence and personal growth. Now, with that, I would like to invite on the virtual stage a very dynamic, a very charismatic person. She is pursuing her master's in commerce from the prestigious Delhi School of Economics. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mehak Kapoor.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. Good afternoon, everyone, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I welcome you all to the Legals Connect Toastmasters Club and Toastmasters Club of Storytellers meeting. I am Mehak Kapoor and I'm honored to be your Toastmaster of the day. Now, today in the meeting, we have certain sections that has been lined up, starting with the keynote speech that we have today on the topic, the power of self-talk. Coming forward, we would have the table topics and the general evaluation session. Let me walk you through to the agenda of the evening today. We will start with the prepared speech, followed by our always exciting table topic session, where we will get to think about on our feet and we'll also practice the impromptu speaking skills. After that, we will move on to the general evaluation session, where we will receive an evaluation and a feedback so that we can improve upon on the meeting as a whole. But first, we would like to introduce our functionaries for the meeting today, that is our role players. And for that, I would like to invite on stage Alokita. Alokita, who is a writer having a passion for crafting compelling stories and engaging content. I would like to invite our general evaluator, Alokita, on stage to introduce her tag team.
Thank you to MOD for calling me to stage. And I'm very glad to have this role of general evaluator today. And my role has already started because general evaluation is the role where the work starts when the meeting starts. So at the tick of 3, my role has started. But it's time to introduce why I'm here and what's the role of general evaluation. We all come to Toastmaster to develop some skills, basically the skill of communication and leadership. And for developing any skill, we need evaluation. Evaluation to tell where we are going wrong, what we are doing right, what are the weaknesses we need to work upon, and what are the strengths we need to keep strengthening. So evaluation is not an easy task because there are lots of things that we need to take care of. And therefore, I have a team to help me do the role. So basically, evaluation in Toastmaster is done in 3 parameters. First is timing, because you might have heard that it's not important what you are saying, but how you say it. But I'll say it's not only important what and how what's the timing of whatever we say. So keep we need to learn the art of saying on time and in the given amount of time. So we'll be evaluating you on the basis of your timing. We'll be evaluating on the basis of crutch word you use. So for that, we'll have our R counter, and then we'll evaluate on the basis of good and not so good uses of English. So let me call upon stage our tag team that stands for timer, R counter, and grammarian. So the timer for today is Mr. Chintan Seth. Chintan is a clinical research professional with over a decade of experience in global clinical trials. With numerous, with numerous accolades in his 2.5 years of Toastmaster journey, Chintan is a mentor to many aspiring communicators and a professional keynote speaker. His expertise in crafting and delivering impactful speeches is truly inspiring. Chintan Seth, may I have you on the virtual podium, please?
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, and good afternoon, everyone. We all have seen Olympics. We all have seen the athletes compete at the best, biggest stage of sports. And when we see the report card, few of the athletes miss the gold because of fractions of a second. The same applies to our speeches. Whenever we are on the stage, we need to take care of stage time. And I'm here to help you that you do not exceed your time even by a fraction of a second. And to do that, I'll be showing green, yellow, and red card. As I'm reflecting now, this card will be shown for the prepared speeches at 5 minutes. At table topics, I'll show this green card at 1 minute, and for evaluation, I'll show this green card at 2 minutes. This yellow card is the median card, which I'll reflect when the speech reaches 6 minutes, a table topics reach 1 minute 30 seconds, and an evaluation reaches 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This red card will be shown when the prepared speech will reach 7 minutes, the table topic once reach 2 minutes, and the evaluation will reach 3 minutes. Please note, you will have 30 seconds upper window for prepared speech, table topics, and evaluation, and the lower 30 seconds window only for prepared speech and evaluation. So for table topics, a minimum time would be 1 minute and maximum would be 2 minutes and 30 seconds. With that note, I request you all to use your time wisely whenever you are on stage, and I'll present my report whenever called upon by the Madam General Evaluator. Thank you. Over to you, Madam G.
Thank you, Chintan, for introducing your role so well. Now I like to call our counter for today, Mr. Mohit Lodhi. Mohit is from MP and he works at Syrian in Gurugram as a senior analyst in this SaaS-based company. His hobbies are trekking, listening to stories, and teaching. He has past experience of teaching for competitive exams as well. Mohit Lodhi, I request you to introduce yourself and your role.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. My name is Mohit Lodhi, and I was today's accounter, and I was today's your accounter. My role is to help us become more aware of the filler words the crutch words, sounds we use when we speak. These includes words like you know, like, etc. and other similar words, right? Okay. I present my reports at the end of the session when Madam General will to call upon, and that was my role. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Mohit. Now it's time again to call another Mohit, and thanks Mohit Sani for taking the role of grammarian at the after beginning of the meeting. So thank you very much. And we all know Mohit Sani is a project manager by profession who enjoys wearing different hats. He wears hats of a writer, a trainer, a teacher, whenever he gets a chance. Mohit, can you please come and introduce the role of grammarian?
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Hi, everyone. As the grammarian for the day, I'll be focusing on the use of the language in the meeting. I'll be making a good and not so good usage of the English language. I'll also present a word for the day. Today, I have selected the word as inner dialogue. Dialogue means the conversation we have with ourselves. For example, you could say that my inner dialogue made me realize the importance of listening before speaking. I would request everybody to use the opportunity to implement this word in their vocabulary and use it as many times in the meeting today. And I would request everybody else who's present to show a thumbs up every time the word of the day is used in the meeting. I'll come back in the end of the meeting when I'll be called upon by Madam General Evaluator to present my overall report. Thank you, and handing it over back to Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Mohit. Now I'd like to hand upon this virtual podium back to Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day, me and my team are ready for the evaluation, and we'll present our report when you call upon us. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Alokita, for briefing up with the tag team players and your role. Now we will move ahead with our first segment, that is the prepared speech session. But before that, let me remind you that self-talk, or rather our inner dialogue, is like having your own personal tech talk in your head 24/7. Sometimes it could be motivational, sometimes it's critical, and more often it's funny. But the power of self-talk can't be underestimated. It shapes our identity, our confidence, and our mindset. So if you're going to have a conversation with yourself, make sure it's a good one. But how you can have a good conversation with yourself? Let's learn from our keynote speaker, Toastmaster Bhavya. Before inviting him upon stage, I would like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Deepti, to brief up about the Toastmaster Bhavya speech objectives.
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak, for inviting me on the virtual podium. I'm honored to play the role of an evaluator today, not only because of the speaker, but also because of the topic that the speaker has chosen to speak on. So it's a double tango for me. So thank you. The objective of Toastmaster Bhavya's speech today, or the purpose, is basically to deliver a speech on any topic, an informational speech on any topic, and to learn how to facilitate the question and answer session. So we certainly look forward to the speech as a whole, as a complete package. Thank you. All the best to you, Toastmaster Bhavya. And let's hear on the other side of the meeting. So back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
What is the time limit for me? 10 minutes?
The evaluation form says 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay, so it includes 10 minutes of my speech sort of, and then remaining 10 minutes of the question, right?
Yes, that is how it seems.
So I believe I'll be showing 15, 18, and 20 minutes, green, yellow, and red. Would that be fine, Toastmaster Bhavya?
Yeah, I think that should be fine. No issues. And can I
Just to
use a
intervene,
presentation also,
once,
or I
Toast-
need to just speak how it is? Means, can I use a presentation also, PPT?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And that will be post disabled participant screen sharing.
okay, I think we can take care of that, Bhavya. Just 1 second. Mehak, could you make Toastmaster Bhavya as co-host?
I think I'm not the host now.
Okay.
I
Toastmaster
am.
Deep.
I didn't realize I am.
Okay, Deepthi can do that. And also, Toastmaster Bhavya, you are free to use the time the way you like. You have a total of 20 minutes. You could choose to use 10 minutes for your speech and then the remaining 10 minutes for Q&A, or you could use the time as you think would be best to serve the purpose of the keynote. So just wanted to let you know about that.
Okay. Sure.
All right, so let's move on to the highlight of our meeting, the prepared speech session. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Bhavya Mangla, and the title of the speech is The Power of Self-Talk. Toastmaster Bhavya Mangla is an experienced audit profession in automobile industry, YouTuber with over 19K subscribers, and the author of the book Self-Talk. Toastmaster Bhavya Mangla, are you ready with your speech so that we can have you on stage?
Yeah, Mehak, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Wonderful.
Thank you. So, Toastmaster Bhavya Mangla, the power of self-talk, the power of self-talk, Toastmaster Bhavya Mangla.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. When we talk about self-talk, generally people have different meanings to it. And people are not very sure what exactly is the meaning of self-talk. Even though day in, day out, we are actually doing some talk with each other. Sometimes we are talking to other people, sometimes we are talking to ourselves. And at times, we even don't know that what we're talking to ourselves. Someone has rightly said that majority of the time, I think more than 80% of the time, whatever we are talking, actually it is negative in nature. And since it is negative in nature, whatever results that are coming, they are also negative in nature. Say, for example, if you see there are so many things happening around us. You must have seen about the suicide rate which are increasing, especially in Kota, like very recently also you must have heard about it, that some incidents have happened. Then it's very often something as silly and as small thing as car parking that people are killing each other and fighting with each other. The divorce rates are increasing in an alarming rate, something which was considered to be a very bad thing, or people try to not to tell about it. Now it's becoming a very common thing. Live-in relationship is also becoming very common, and people think that it is logical and it is correct. Also, earlier we used to think about old age home, then we used to think about America and Europe. But now in India, it has become a reality, and we can see all these things happening around us very common. Maybe around 30, 40 years back, when somebody was having sugar or blood pressure, it was considered to be a disease. But in case anybody who's in 30s and 40s and that person says that, okay, I have now got a blood sugar or a high blood pressure, that's it's okay. It's fine. Means, the kind of life we are living, it is okay. So nobody is considering all these things to be bad. And certainly, if you look around, the number of extramarital relationships, they are increasing. Why all that is? What is the reason for that? It is important to understand that there must be some basic thing. There is some basic wrong thing which is happening because of that. All these things which was actually either not existing, they are becoming a part of routine of our life, and also we have accepted them as a part of life. So first and the foremost important thing is lack of self-belief. When somebody is trying to show off something, when somebody is trying to prove something to someone, The main reason is that at that time, that person is not trusting himself or herself, and that is the reason why it is happening. Then we are always in competition with each other. Earlier, it was said that, you must have heard that particular thing in that jitni chadar hai, utni टांग फैलानी चाहिए, that whatever we are having means we are having, we need to have only that much of expectation and all that. But now, in the last 20-30 years, with this loans coming and all that, we are purchasing anything and everything. In fact, people are going on vacations on loans, and then, after that, they are working very hard so that they can pay their loan. And why? Because they want to prove something. You go to Facebook, you go to Insta, people are showing all kind of good things about their lifestyle or where they are going, and all those things are happening. Then impatience. Earlier, patience was considered to be a good thing. That was considered to be a strength. Now, in today's time, if a child is patient, if a child is accepting things, then we are saying that this child is too simple, too straight. What will happen to him? You should be more smart. You should be more intelligent. Then lack of time. Everyone is running. You know, earlier it was considered that you have to work for 8 hours and then remaining 16 hours are for yourself and your family. Now we are spending 12 to 14 hours with respect to our job or business. And then if something is remaining, then that time is spent on the social media. And then we are saying that we don't have any time. The lack of trust is another thing. Earlier, if I say something to someone, people used to trust that, yes, what I'm saying is true. But now, when somebody is saying something, every time person is thinking that why that person has said that thing. There must be some reason. There must be some purpose why that person has said that. So the lack of trust is increasing day by day. And then certainly it is leading to lack of discipline. Now it is important to understand that why it is happening and what is the reason behind it. The foremost reason, which I said in the beginning also, is the self-talk that we are doing. It is a constant talk that we are doing to ourselves. But the important part is what kind of talk we are doing. Generally, it is being said that there are 45 to 55,000 thoughts that we have in the entire day. Now, when we are having that much number of thoughts, it's also important to understand that what is the quality of that thought. Because whatever is going in is going to come out. We have got two minds. First is conscious mind and the second is subconscious mind. When we talk about the conscious mind, it is something which is always active. Like at the moment when I'm talking to you, that is a conscious mind. If you're writing something, it is something the conscious mind which is doing. When we are driving a car, it is a conscious mind we are doing. And especially more when we are doing it in the beginning. But then after we are expert in driving and all that, at that time we are actually not conscious and we are doing many other things with our subconscious mind. In majority of the time, if you look into the picture also, you will see that there are only few things that we do in a conscious mind, but majority of the things that we are doing, actually we don't know anything about it. Especially if you say, even if it is dark and we are eating something, it is not going to happen that it is going in our head or it is in nose or eyes. It will always go into our mouth only. Why? Because our subconscious mind has become so strong. But if you look at a little child, maybe 1 year old or 2 year old, you will see that whenever that child is eating something, everything is all over. Why it is that? Because still that time, that conscious mind is still developing and the subconscious mind is still not there. That's why everything is happening like that. When we talk about subconscious mind, it's also a very interesting thing. Many times it happens that we don't consider that there is something like subconscious mind, but we don't realize that majority of the things, more than 90% of the things that we do in our life is actually in our subconscious mind. And the way subconscious mind works, it all depends upon that what we are feeding in. The subconscious mind never thinks about it, that what thing we are getting in. Anything and everything is allowed here. But the main challenge is that whatever is coming in is going to come out. And when that thing is going to come out, then that is going to create a challenge. That's why sometimes we just get that garbage in and garbage out. So when we talk about self-talk, when we talk about self-belief, when we talk about inner talk, it is important to understand that what kind of things we are taking. Starting from the morning, The day starts with, we start with our mobile. We see what's happened in the Instagram, on the WhatsApp. There may be some good thing, there may be some bad thing, and that's how we will start. And then after that, many people are used to watch what all happened the previous night on the news, maybe on their TV or maybe now on the mobile. And then after that, they want to have tea, and then with tea, they want to read the newspaper. But if you see the newspaper, something that used to be there on page 3, page 4, and page 5, now all those news are coming on page 1. This thing has happened, that one number of people died, this has happened, that has happened. Now, when we are starting the day with all the negative thoughts, what is going to happen? There is a very high possibility that when something wrong happens in our life, when something challenging happens in our life, at that time, the first thing that can over your mind is the negative thought. As simple as that, say my child is there, that child has gone out to meet his friend, and now 2 hours have gone. I am trying the mobile phone. Now the mobile phone is not connecting. What is the first thought that is going to come in my mind? The first thought is that maybe some accident, maybe this has happened, maybe that has happened. Why that is? The only simple reason is the kind of thoughts that we are putting in. We never think that maybe he's spending his time with his friend and then he will come back after 2 hours. Why should I think about it? But we don't see the positive side, because throughout the day, we are always talking about all the negative things. Throughout the day, we are always thinking about what all people have done here and there. That's why the negative thing comes first in moment. So we need to understand that what we are taking. If we are taking in good things, then certainly good things is being come out. If we are taking bad things, then certainly only that thing is going to come. And that's why we talk about the positive thinking and negative thinking. If you see the picture on the right hand side, you will find a dot there. Now, if you ask people, people will only talk about the dot, and it's a very common question which generally is asked. But then nobody talks about the remaining thing, which is white. Why it is happening? It is happening only because we have been trained, or maybe the society has trained, or the environment has trained us to see only the things which are negative in nature, or something which is not very common. It could be as simple as that. During the day, maybe 10 things have happened. Out of that, 9 things are good. So rather than we are focusing on the 9 good things, we are focusing on only that one thing which has not gone right. It could be as simple as that. Maybe in office, maybe the boss has said something wrong to me. So I'm just cribbing about it, maybe day in, day out about it, but I'm not thinking about the 10 other good things which has happened in life, because that negative thing becomes more important. And why it become more important? Because I'm thinking about that particular thing again and again. The boss may have said that thing once, but then how many times I'm saying about that thing? Maybe 100 of times. And the more I'm talking the negative thing to myself, that becomes the main important, or the memory which is there. And when I'm seeing it, I'm always seeing it from that perspective. So it's also important that when we talk about self-talk, we need to understand that the main objective of self-talk is that how we can shift from reaction to response. When I talk about reaction, it means that somebody has said to me and then I'm responding immediately to that in the same tone. I'm going on road and somebody just touched my vehicle and immediately I start shouting and screaming on that person. All that is the reaction. Now, the second part is response. When we talk about response, it is talking about that there is a slight, maybe 1 minute, maybe 1 second, maybe 10 nanosecond. There is some delay in my action, what I'm doing it. And that action is called thinking. So, and that is going to happen only when I'm mindful. When I'm mindful, then at that particular time, I'm going to think what kind of action I need to take. And when I'm thinking and then I'm responding, that is called a response. And if we can think about ourselves, that what we are doing throughout the day, in majority of the cases, we are always reacting, we are not responding. And then that's why it is happening that we are liking only those people who are responding, because we think that these are wise people. We say that these people have maturity, these people have got experience, and that's why they are being able to be stable. And when we say stable, it means they know when to say, when not to say, when to speak, when not to speak. So that is called response. Now, how the response can come? The response can come only when we are mindful. When we say mindful, it means We are aware what is happening at this particular point of time with myself. And the more I'm aware about myself, then a better decision I'm taking. The more aware I am, then I know that what I should speak, what I should not speak, how to speak, when not to speak. So that's all about mindfulness. In general, when we talk about self-talk, there are different type of self-talk that you can do. It can be verbal, it can be written, it can be recorded, or it can be non-verbal. So the choice is ours that what kind of self-talk we think is suitable to us, what kind of self-talk works for me. It could be as simple as that some people just keep a small card in their pocket. Say, for example, they just need to remind themselves again and again that I need to be on time, or maybe I need to take a break after every 1 hour, or maybe I need to do this thing. So by putting a card in their pocket, that keeps on reminding them. Some people put reminder on their mobile phone, which keeps on telling them that, okay, now it's a time to do this thing. And there can be different things people can do. But end of the day, the most important thing is that what kind of self-talk we are doing, what kind of self-talk works for us. For some people, they think that they need to write, and when they write, at that time, they can remember those things, and that thing becomes stronger in their mind. So the choice lies with the people. But the important thing, the underlying thing is that we need to review our self-talk. We need to constantly see that what I'm talking to myself. And whatever I'm thinking, that is the way in which my personality is going to be there. And whatever personality is going to be there, that is the person I'm going to be.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavya. Now we have the stage open for any questions. If any of you have any questions from Toastmaster Bhavya, then you have the time and you can put your thoughts forward.
So, Bhavya sir, I have a question. When we say or when we use the word self-talk, in my mind, it always comes like a counseling session that I have with myself. Okay, and I usually do it when either I'm upset or I'm thinking about something, or mostly when I'm upset. So is that the only time we have a self-talk or an inner dialogue with ourselves, or could it be at all times?
Well, if I see from my personal experience, we are always talking to ourselves. Say, for example, as simple as that, when we wake up in the morning, what is the first thought that comes in our mind? Oh, I am late again. Oh, today this thing is going to happen. So what is that? We are not talking to anyone. We are talking to ourselves. And what we are talking to ourselves, that is the way day starts. Like when people say in easy language, "Aaj subah kiska muh dekha tha?" And then, so actually we are seeing ourselves. That is the first person, because we are meeting ourselves first. And then what we are talking to ourselves, how we are starting our day, that makes the difference. And that happens throughout. Like as simple as that, before this presentation, what I was going to give, I was talking to myself, what will happen, whether I will be able to deliver it or not, and all that. So what is this? It is a simple self-talk, or maybe a Lokita who is playing the role. Now, she must be having some thoughts in her mind before playing this particular role, that whether I will deliver it or not. So this again is a self-talk. So I think it is a constant chatter which goes on in our mind, irrespective of whether we want it or whether we like it or not. But then, as you said, that when you are doing it, at that time you are doing it consciously, because there is a certain purpose behind it. That's why you can remember that.
Thank you, sir. But that brings me to a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Which I think just slipped out of my mind. Okay, yes. So let me try and frame what I wanted to ask. So if it is so on one hand, we say self-talk is a constant chatter which is going on in our mind. On
Yeah.
the other hand, we say that it's good to quieten the mind, and when we talk about responding, so that is about calming ourselves down, putting in that plug-in of thinking. So how do we uh, bring a balance?
So if you remember, I said one number, 45,000 to 45,000 thoughts in 24 hours.
Yes.
So it means 4 to 5 thoughts in a minute. Then you must have heard about meditation also. What is the purpose of meditation? Different people have got different perspective about definition. Like for some people, meditation means that you don't think anything, right? Say for 10 minutes or 20 minutes, something like that. But then the idea is that how much we are mindful what we are thinking at that particular time. That is also one of the objective of meditation, because when you see the thoughts which are coming and when you can channelize your thought, because there is another thing that comes, that can we stop thinking, right? So first of all, we cannot stop thinking, right? We can stop thinking about. And even if we are successful in stop thinking about, then for how long we can do it? Maybe 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, but after that it will come again. But the most important thing is that how we can channelize our thought. That makes a difference. So the time we channelize our thoughts, say for example, when we are listening to music, or when we are, say, driving and we are relaxed, when we are with a child, how many thoughts are there? Thoughts are less at that time. The speed of thoughts are less, because at that time we are with ourselves. And when we are with ourselves, the speed of thoughts reduces. So this is what something that we need to work on and practice.
Thank you. Yes, those are wonderful techniques. Thank you, Bhavya sir.
Thank you. Very much.
So I would like to ask a question. Thank you, Professor, for a wonderful presentation. And
Mohit.
knowing you personally also tells me much more than what you have shared today. You are not only doing lip service in saying what you are saying, you are a person who has actually, in your day-to-day life, performed to live with the concepts that you are telling to us today, being a thorough disciplinarian, being a marathon runner, being an author of the book by the same title, The Power of Self-Talk, and being a successful auditor in the automobile industry for several years, and being our role model for so many years. I can say that there is so much that we learn from you. But my question today is that I keep faltering. Like I will uh, listen to or improve my self-talk, remove those negative elements for some time. And then if somebody will say something, or I feel that I'm being judged, that's when I falter, and I again go back down the road in the negativity world. So, what are some one or two maybe practical tips that you can give to somebody like me, so that I'm constantly, if not positive, at least in the medium range of mindset?
I think, as I said earlier, that if in a day we did 10 things and 9 things are good, but one thing is not good. So our common understanding is that, or common way of thinking is that we are just focusing on that one thing and we want to improve on that particular thing. And we don't consider all the 9 successes in our life as important. Something similar happened with Mohit, what you just said there, that you wanted to do something and you are successful in that, but then you falter on that. But when we put too much focus on that particular thing and then we make it bigger than the size it should be, I think at that time we are under pressure that I'm not able to deliver, or I'm not able to keep my word, or I'm not able to do it the way I want. But when we keep on reminding ourselves, when we keep on telling ourselves that today I'm maybe 1%, maybe half percent, maybe 0.1% better than the previous day, I think then things will work. And if you see it from the perspective that you're talking to your child, and if your child asks you the same question, what you just talked to me, I'm very sure that you're going to give the same answer. No, it's okay, no problem. try one more time, you will be able to do that. And many times it happens that, very easily we tell many things to others, especially our children. But when it comes to us, then we find it difficult. But we expect our child to do it the way we say. But I think whatever we are telling others, like I'm sharing my thoughts with you, I need to implement all that with myself also. That's what I can say.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavya. Excellent tips there. So main takeaways for me are I will stop over critical about my own self. And secondly, keeping some sort of a scorecard, 9 out of 10 means really good, or even seven
Yeah,
or 6 out of 10 means really good
yeah.
when we usually think otherwise. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bhavya.
Good afternoon.
I think very nice, speech and whatever you shared with us, the thoughts. And if I may just add one or two points, which Mr. Mohit also made a mention.
Yeah.
And if, I think ultimately, if we are able to regulate our thoughts, then we'll be able to, manage, this negativity to some extent. And
Yeah.
I think, thoughts emanate from our experiences, our observations, our belief systems. And so if we can again look at these things and find ways to regulate that. So what we observe, what we experience, what kind of beliefs that we have, and possibly we can then, to an extent, control our thoughts. So that is one. And then second,
Yeah.
also self-talk. Very often we talk about affirmations and things, and
Yeah.
especially when we are, let's say, going to do a talk, or athletes when they are going to do a race, they tell themselves, also that okay, I'll do it, I can do it, that kind. Also that also can be a positive self-talk, sort of to build that kind of confidence, and so that should help, I think.
Yeah.
I
Very
think
true.
these are the two immediate points that come to my mind.
Yeah.
Yes,
In
thank
fact,
you.
these days I am reading the autobiography of Usain Bolt. I could see that many times Usain Bolt has referred to the self-talk in different ways, especially at the time of before just starting the run, and that many times that he has been successful, many times he has not been successful just because of the self-talk which was going on, the chatter that was going on in his mind, like especially the false start, that whether I'm going to do the false start or not,
We
all those
create,
things. Yeah,
when we create doubt, then there is a problem.
yeah,
So it has to be without doubt and with confidence and powerful thoughts.
yeah.
Of
Thank you.
the
Thank you very much.
Do we have any
All
other
right.
questions?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhavya.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions? I see that we are up on the time front. So let's take up any more questions towards the end of the session. Meanwhile, we will move ahead with the meeting. Thank you so much for your powerful insights on the topic, the power of self-talk. My learning from the speech today that we have with ourselves. Now, with this, I would like to open the floor for the evaluations that I would request everyone to please put your evaluation and your valuable feedback for Toastmaster Bhavya's speech in the chat box. Or if you would like to come up on stage and would like to give the valuable feedback, you're most welcome to do so here as well. We'll take up 1 minute and I would request everyone to put up your feedback for Toastmaster Bhavya in the chat box. Thank you so much. I see that the 1 minute is over. Let's get back to the meeting. Thank you so much, everyone, for putting forward your valuable feedback. Now, moving ahead, it's the time and the part of the meeting where we will all get a chance to speak on the impromptu topics. That is the table topic session. Segment, please welcome our table topics master, Toastmaster Saurabh on stage with a huge round of applause.
Thanks, Mehak, for the introduction. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters. The purpose of Topics Master is to facilitate table topics, which provides an opportunity to the guests as well as to the members to do impromptu speaking. I will call upon a topic and request the guests and the members to speak on it, to speak on that subject for 2 minutes, and that's how we would proceed. Anyone who would like to proceed and nominate themselves to be the first one to take up the table topic? Okay, we have guest Manoj. Uh, Manoj, your topic is patience is your power. Toastmaster Manoj, patience is your power.
Fellow Toastmasters, guest, and table topic master, Toastmaster Saurabh. Patience is your power. Now, let me take you a story which I was just recently happened when I was on my car on a motorway, and I was driving the car, wanted to go to a destination, and I was cool, composed, and resilient about it. While I was driving through at a speed of 40 miles or 50 miles on a motorway, I saw a car which was just tailgating me. So, just to put you in context, tailgating is basically trying to bump you towards your back and trying to take a lead of it, even though he got enough of space to move around it. And I was very calm and composed. I kept my patience. I kept my calm posture there, driving a car at a speed of 50, because I know that the moment I'm going to increase the speed, I will be get under the radar and I will be getting a fine on it. So I was very cool. This guy was just behind me and he's trying to speeding me. I couldn't figure out what's the reason. And my wife next to me, give him a space, give him a space. I said, no, I'm going to be there. There is nothing wrong it. I know the speed, I know the lane, and I was doing it. Now, the whole scenario story lies to this one is that how many of us, when get pressurized, or we lose our temper, or we lose our composure, or we lose our patience about it? Now, we have a very excellent speech by Toastmaster Mr. Bhavya spoke about his mindsets, the mindsets you have. Mindset is something you need to build up. The mental strength is not a gift. That is something you need to build up, actually. I was hearing a Djokovic podcast a while ago, actually, a couple of months back. He said, mindset, mental strength is something you can able to build. Same the way, if you want to build up six pack, you hit the gym 4 or 5 times. Same way, mindset is something you need to build up. The way he's mentioned about Mr. Sumaj Bhavya, read the good stuff. You've been focused about things which you really wanted to get excel about it. So it is something which you can able to develop the same way what you develop about your health. Right composture, things about your eating, that makes your life better. So in order to get all those things, to summarize this, patience is the nutshell about it. And with you having the patience, you can able to lead up and you can able to sustain with the kind of resilience. Thank you, and over to you, table topic master.
Anyone who would like to come up next?
Yep, Anit.
Okay. Your name is? Sorry, I'm missing it out.
Anit Singh. Yeah, Anit.
Anit. Yes, I am. Anit, topic for you is we repeat what we don't repair. I repeat, we repeat the things which we don't repair. Table topics master, Anit.
So many time it happens like whenever we are not prepared about something, we pretend to that we are aware of each and everything. At that time, we repeat ourselves like without thinking. If we take a word like think before you speak, and which is in our mind, but somehow we are not prepared or we do not have anything to speak. So we repeat the same thing again and again on same topic to just present ourselves in between that yes, we are aware wherever somehow we are lack of knowledge for that topic. Yeah, I do not have much to speak on this. Sorry. I do not have any sentence to speak on this. Sorry for that. I'll prepare. I'm audible. Saurav?
Yeah, you're audible. I think Saurabh is having some challenge in unmuting himself.
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry. I had
So
internet connection.
I have challenges of sentence like less word or sentence on this topic.
Okay, should I change the topic?
I would take time then to prepare for that.
Sure, we can come up with the next participant, and till then we can move ahead, and I can give you maybe some other topic.
Sure, sure.
Anyone who would like to come next?
Hi, Saurav. I think we have a guest, Toastmaster Elios. Yes.
Okay, yes. Hi, Elios. Topic for you is
Hello.
eat to function, not to feel full. Helios, topic for you is eat to function, not to feel full.
Sorry, I cannot hear you clearly. Can you help type on the subject?
Yes, I'll type it out.
Yes, please help me. Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, welcome to the culinary channel. What are you expecting in a culinary channel? Well, when I set up this culinary channel, I have an inner dialogue with myself. Do I eat to function, or I am eating it for the sake of to feel full? Well, this inner dialogue keep on bantering each other. The one that is said, function, function, function. This is the angel. And the one that say, full, full, full. This is the devil. Well, sometimes I am having this inner dialogue with the angel. I am bargaining with the angel. Why I should eat healthy food? Why I should be vegetarian? Why I should eat more vegetables? And then the angel said to me, do you want to live longer? Or do you want to feel younger? Do you want to feel slimmer? That's the angel having an inner dialogue with me. And again, the devil here whispered over me, Elias, that burger looks yummy. Eat it! Wow! Another kebab. Eat it! And French fries. So yummy! Eat it! This inner dialogue between the angel and the devil is always happening every single time when I am deciding to eat something on the restaurant. Well, sometimes the angel wins, sometimes the devil wins. But in the end, both of them win and I lose. I lose to them when I am doing inner dialogue. Thank you, angel. Thank you, devil. Back to you, TTM.
Great, great one, Julius. Appreciate you. Anyone who would like to come next for the next table topic? Okay, Mohit wants to try. So, topic for you is Mohit. Topic for you, Mohit, is Toastmaster Mohit. You will grow beautifully in your own way. Mohit, topic for you is you will grow beautifully in your own way. Toastmasters Mohit.
Thank you, Saurabh, for that wonderful topic. You will grow beautifully in your own way. When I was growing up, I got to know that when I was born, my grandmother said that here is a sort of a ugly duckling which has gotten born in our house. She was probably right because I was born after many girls, and they were obviously much more charming, beautiful looking. And then there I was, a boy, but probably very ugly looking. In her local language, she said the tipper was born, which means something like an ugly duckling. Now, somewhere in my subconscious mind that thought remained, and even though we laughed at the matter at home, but in the subconscious mind I used to think that I am not as charming, I'm not as pretty and not as beautiful, perhaps not as worth it as the other the sisters and other relatives and other cousins that I have. So I used to live a very mediocre or a very a life which wasn't very gratifying or very fulfilling until the day when somebody told me that Mohit, you have a funny bone. You crack jokes and make us all laugh. You speak pretty well, and you are beautiful in your own little way. That changed my self-talk or my uh, sub in my subconscious mind. That record that used to keep playing changed from the ugly duckling to somebody who can be good and beautiful in their own way. So ladies and gentlemen, you may be having your own inner dialogues which make you believe that you are not good enough, you're not handsome enough, smart enough. I would suggest and I would tell you that you are beautiful in your own way. And so are you, Topics Master. Back to you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Uh, Anyone who would like to come next, we can have one more table topic. Anit, would you like to try it out?
Sure. What will be the topic?
Yeah, the topic is call 7 times, stand up 8. Call 7 times, stand up 8. Toastmasters and
Call 7 times.
stand up 8.
Stand up in. Right.
I'll write it down.
Sure. I think I didn't get that in the chat. Okay, fall 7 times, stand up 8. So, okay, I understand the topic fall 7 times, stand up in 8. If I relate it with my school times, I was the student which many time used to run from classes just because in the thing I used to think that yes, oh, my maths teacher will screw me out, or how I will learn the other subjects. Apart from Hindi and Sanskrit, I used try to make um some kind of like I try to take small breaks, or going in between the classes. I used to go for water or for washroom deliberately so that I will escape my classes. So I felt many time like in if I talk about my inner dialogues, yes, I felt sometime that yes, I am doing wrong. If I will concentrate on my study, I may go ahead, and this the thing like the teachers from whom I am running from here and there. Once I'll make my mind and I'll start studying, maybe I will be in a good picture, or in a big my image in front of my teacher will be good. So I tried many time, but I used to get failed in my maths classes. But suddenly, like in few time like in few months, I came across on the path where someone has trained me that yes, you should attend each and every class of maths and do the practice at home, which will make you feel good to attend the classes. So that falls which I was getting earlier. I make my mind and stand up. I start going into those classes. I start learning I did the maths practice as well, and somehow I did good in the final exams. And from that, my fear, my hesitation of learning has come out. I present myself each and everywhere, but yes, but due to lack of knowledge or lack of presentation skill in me, I get like failed somewhere. So just to um, come out of that prediction that yes, I can't do, I make myself to participate, and I explain my inner self that yes, I can do, either not twice, but yes, on third or fourth time I can do something better than what if I not do. So yeah.
Great one, Adit. It is really your perseverance and your never give up attitude that makes you succeed in any task. So thank you so much for participating in the table topics. And I would like to thank Mehak for providing me this opportunity and transferring the control back to Mehak, the Toastmaster of it.
Saurabh, we can check with the timer if we have time for one or two more topics. So, Timer Chintan, would we have some time to pick up?
Yeah, we can take one more topic.
Sure, we can take. Anyone who would like to come up?
Yes,
please. This is Toastmaster Bala here. I would like to volunteer.
Okay. Going with the theme of the day, the topic for you is Bala. We first win in mind, then in life. We first win in mind, then in life. Toastmasters Bala.
I was at a great height, waiting to jump down. No, don't take me wrong. I was not going to commit suicide. I was waiting at that height for bungee jumping. And I was really scared. Trust me. My hands were shivering, my legs were shivering. I was sweating completely. I was not able to have an inner dialogue with me because I was so scared. And at that point, they said, we'll check your BP. And when they checked my BP, it was very high. And they said, you cannot jump. I said, okay, I don't want to jump. I want to go. But they were friends with me. No, hold on. Be here. Be here. They were forcing me. And I said, I do not want to jump. I'm an acrophobic person. I'm scared of heights. You can jump, Bala. Just you can jump. They made me sit down. Then I told myself, okay, what will happen? At the most, I may die. Let me jump. Next time they checked my BP, it was okay. And they said, you can jump. But I was still not able to go and jump, to be honest, because I was still scared. I went to that edge and I was standing there. And suddenly he pushed me. And I went down. Oh my God, my head was going to hit the ground. That's what I felt. But suddenly that rope pulled me up. Again, I went down. Again, I went up. But it was an experience. Sometimes you have to just win over your fears. Even in Toastmasters, what do? We win the fear of public speaking. Same thing. You can be acrophobic. You can be acophobic. Just win over your fear. Just talk to yourself. Have that inner dialogue. And I trust you. You will definitely win it. I did it. You will do it. Would you agree? Back to you, Table Toastmaster.
Great. Thank you, sir. Have that dialogue. So now I would transfer the control back to Mehek to take it forward. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurabh, for conducting a wonderful table topic session with such innovative topics related to the theme. And great job to everyone who participated in the table topics. It's always inspiring to see how quickly and creatively the members can think on their feet. With this, we will move ahead with the evaluation portion of our meeting, because constructive feedback is really important for our growth as speaker and leaders. To lead us through the general evaluation session, please help me welcome our general evaluator for the day, Alokita.
Thank you, Kim Meher. So now we are at the most crucial part of our Toastmaster meeting, the evaluation. The section that helps you grow. So before starting, I'm sorry. So in this evaluation section, we'll start with the evaluation of the prepared speech. And for that, I'd like to call upon stage the evaluator of the prepared speech, Toastmaster Dipti Sani.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator, for giving me the opportunity to speak about the maiden speech today. And what a speech it was. Toastmaster Bhavya, not only did you give us well-informed content about a topic called self-talk, in your own way, you also taught us that self-talk basically means self-love. And throughout the meeting today, that is the thought that was running in my mind. And I remembered a quote, I think it's from Brené Brown. She says that talk to yourself the way you'll talk to a loved one, right? So in that respect, I think you taught us today that talk to yourself and talk to yourself with love. Very well delivered session today, Toastmaster Bhavya. There were so many learnings for us. From a speech perspective, I think the prop that you used, your PPT, was an aid to what you were speaking. What I appreciate is that you were not reading verbatim. Okay, otherwise, we usually, as a speaker, we tend to get swayed by the words on the screen, but you did not use it. You used it as a prop. So kudos to you for that. I love the idea that you covered all aspects of a topic that you wanted to deliver. So you covered the why of it, you covered the how of it, or you covered the what of it. So when you defined what self-talk is, that is where you covered the definition, what part of it. Why do we end up doing negative self-talk? Okay, that's what you covered. You also covered the techniques that we should use to do self-talk. And a couple of them were like enlightening to me. I did not realize that every time I sit down to journal at night, I'm basically doing self-talk. So thank you for that written technique. And as I think those were the takeaways and the positives that I see. But if I have to challenge you, okay, the objective or the purpose of your speech also included the fact that you need to facilitate a question and answer session. When I was evaluating the speech from that perspective, I found a couple of places where I want to challenge you the next time you deliver such a speech. One is the awkward silence when you completed the delivery of your speech and the first person asked the question. So try and engage the audience with your own self-made question. Okay, or just ask somebody for a key takeaway. That's the simplest question that you can ask somebody. Okay, that's one thing. Just handle that awkward silence. And the other is that while you were delivering your speech, your eyes were roving away from the camera. And that defies the connect that you can actually make with your audience, especially in a topic which is a soft skill. So during the question answers, you had direct contact, but only during the speech, your eyes were roving all around. So if you can manage to overcome these two challenges, one is be prepared with some questions at your end to handle the awkward silence and maintain an eye contact for connect. I think you will be stupendous in delivering the same speech next time. And we certainly look forward to all of it all over again. So thank you to you for coming to our club today. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Postmaster.
Thank you, TM Dipti, for this wonderful evaluation. And there was a lot to learn for all of us, not only for the speaker, but for all of us. So taking the evaluation session further, I like to call upon stage our time of the day to give his report. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. And let me put the snippet of time card of entire meeting. It's there in the chat. Sorry. Yeah, let me read it out. So starting from the first speaker, Toastmaster Bhavya had taken 25 minutes and 43 seconds. So he has exceeded the time. Then came to table topics, our guest Manoj. Guest Manoj had taken 2 minutes, 23 seconds. The only point here I would like to recommend is it was at the edge of the exceeding time limit. So he could have sharpened the closure, but it was a great takeaway on the topic. Then guest Aneet, who had taken only 49 seconds in the first table topic. He was disqualified because of the time. He could have taken some time initially and then articulated in a better way. Then Ilios had taken 2 minutes 18 seconds. Toastmaster Mohit had taken 1 minute 17 seconds. Guest Anit, again, when he came back for another topic, he took 3 minutes and 8 seconds. So this time he exceeded the time on contrast to what earlier happened. So better articulation and maybe controlling the flow might give the right balance. Then Toastmaster Bala had taken 2 minutes and 16 seconds. And during the evaluation, Toastmaster Dipti had taken 4 minutes and 14 seconds. So Toastmaster Dipti, I would suggest to keep the content from the speech less and more content from your evaluation to be in the time limit. And apart from that, I loved the entire session. Thank you for the opportunity, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator. I posted the pic in the chat as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chintan. And now I'd like to call our account of the day, Toastmaster Mohit Lodi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madam General Alukita. So I was evaluating for today's speech. I'm sharing my observation. Let me come to my report. Wait. Yeah, that's it. So Bhavya sir did an excellent job, and I completely immersed with his speech. And he only used one time. The rest, everything is perfect speech. Next, Colonel Prem sir, Toastmaster Colonel sir, he used 2 time Anit, Toastmaster Anit, he used 7 time and 1 time Toast guest speaker Manoj, he used 1 time so. Elios, it's a funny speech between Angela and Demons, great speech, and no errors here I have found out. Toastmaster Bala, perfect speech, no error, nothing, no clutches there. Toastmaster Dipti, I have found 3 to 4 time and her favorite word is right, 1 time which I have counted. And lastly, that Mohit Swane, Toastmaster Mohit Swane, 1 time and 1 time and that's all from my report. Over to you, Toastmaster Alukita.
Thank you, Mohit. And now we'll have our grammarian Toastmaster Mohit on stage for his report. Mohit, are you ready?
Thank you, Toastmaster Alokita. Yes, I'm here with my report. Let's start with the good news first. The word the day was used several times today. So thank you everybody for coming forward and using the word the day. Inner dialogue. Anit used it once. Ilios used it thrice. Pala used it twice. Dipti used it once. Mehak used it once. And I used it once as well. Great. And I would request everybody to make it a part of your vocabulary. Now, in terms of some of the good usages, we had several today. I would like to point out a few. Elios used the word bantering. Mehak used the word mindset. Deepti used several good words today. Maiden, stupendous, awkward silence. And she also shared a quote from Brené Brown, which goes like this: talk to yourself the way you would like to talk to your loved one. Bhavya used the words subconscious, stimulus, chatter. Colonel Prem used regulate. Manoj used mental strength. Bala, bungee jumping, and acrophobic. That was a good word, which means the fear of heights. We had Chintan who used articulated. Mohit Lodi used immersed. And I used word lip service, which I would like to recognize as well. Now, in terms of what could be better, I think Shakespeare has said that brevity is the soul of wit. And today there were several places where we used superfluous language. For example, we said 2 hours have gone when we could have easily said 2 hours elapsed. We said common questions which are generally asked could have been replaced by just common questions. In general, when we talk about self-talk, it has following types. Could have been self-talk has the following common types. Say, for example, could be say and then start with what you are to say. In between that, yes, it is redundant. Why should I eat should have been why I should eat could have better been used as why should I eat. Screw me out, that was something that could have been avoided, and instead of that the message would have been well conveyed if we said the teacher would have called me out. Similarly, used to get failed could be just failed. Came across could be overcame. Make myself to participate in something could be participate in something. Again, I went down, again, I went up could have been changed with I went up and down. So, fellow Toastmasters and friends, remember brevity is the soul of wit, and let's try to use less words and create more impact. With that, I would hand over to our Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit, for this comprehensive report. And now, something I'd like to say. First of all, I'm very happy that this was a tough task for me evaluating this meeting, where I couldn't find much to point out. The meeting started well on time. The agenda was shared in advance. Guests were introduced, and everything went almost well. One thing I noticed, there was a discussion going on during the meeting that could have been avoided. The preparation, we could have prepared it for in advance. So I'd like to say that whenever we have to give presentation or any speeches like that, we should do that preparation in advance. And the tech team should take care of this thing. And then there's one more thing that I won't say this is something negative here. I just want to put it as a topic to ponder, and we can decide mutually what should be done. I noticed some messages popping up while the speaker was speaking. The general rule of Toastmaster, in the physical meeting, is that you don't cross talk when someone is on the stage, when someone is speaking. So messages in between, I think, are equivalent to cross talking in between, because that's distracting. That distracted me, and that might distract the speaker. So I think we can control this messaging in between. And in the physical meeting, I understand in physical meeting, we get time to chit chat with each other. So we can do the chit chat. In the last, we can keep 5 to 10 minute window for that. Maybe whatever we want to share or say something extra, maybe it's just a suggestion. And this is all from my side. I'll hand over the podium back to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Mehul. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alokita, a general evaluator, and to all the evaluators for your insightful and constructive feedback. I'm sure that we would improve towards the next meeting, because feedback truly is the breakfast of champions. As we conclude and move towards the end of our meeting, I hope that you are leaving with a renewed sense of the power of self-talk. Remember, your words to yourself are the seeds that you plant in your mind. So let's choose to plant the positive and the empowering words in our minds only. Thank you for a fantastic session. Keep talking positively to yourself and watch your confidence grow over time. With this, I would like to pass on the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Mohit, who will carry forward with the meeting ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehek. A huge round of applause for our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Mehek. An excellent session indeed. And I'm sure all of us are taking a lot back. we would like to hear some feedback from our guests. And for that, I would request maybe let's start with Toastmaster Bhavya himself. If you would like to share your views of how you felt about our meeting today, Toastmaster Bhavya.
So first of all, I'm not a guest. I'm a Toastmaster for 10 years. So don't count me as a guest. And many of you who are here, you all are a part of Toastmaster fraternity for many, many years and TMWD. I think I'm attending this meeting after a long time as online because for quite some time there's a physical meeting which is happening. Online meeting has its own charm. It is its own benefit because you can sit at home at your own ease and you can do whatever you want. Just switch off your video and then go off and come back and nobody knows what is happening here and there. I like the way, especially you did the role of grammarian. It's really good. And I put in the chat also that because many times when somebody is playing the role of grammarian, then there's always a question that what is the right way to play the role of grammarian? And we don't have many good samples to do that. I think that today the way in which you perform this role in a very balanced way, in a very effective way, I think this can be one of the example which I am going to give, provided we can get this recording. Then it can be used many times earlier. And the way in which Alokita expressed her thoughts, especially with respect to the chit chat, what was happening in the group, I think I was also one of the culprit of that. I think that's a very good point that she has pointed out. And overall, I think it was wonderful. I had a good time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavya. Wonderful having you. And like you were saying, yeah, there's so much that we learn. Online has its own charm, offline has its own charm. One of the key things that we again is the time and commute and things like those. And we have like you can notice, the people are from different geographies and different clubs. Last meeting, we had members from 6 different districts. Can you beat that? 6 different districts. So that's the benefit on the other side of an online meeting. So thank you again, Bhavya sir, for taking out time and sharing your feedback with us, and also for coming out with this excellent keynote. I would like to now request Toastmaster Bala to share his views about the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohit, for giving me this opportunity. I truly concur with what Toastmaster Bhavya has already said. I don't want to repeat what he said. It's almost what I also wanted to say. And I kind of gate crashed into this meeting. I did not hear the prepared speeches, so I would not be able to give a complete feedback. From the time I was here, from that time, table topics were happening, evaluations happened, the tag team presented the report. Everything was perfect. I really enjoyed it. And I would like, again, I'm just taking this from Toastmaster Bhavya, but I would say that as a grammarian, you did a great job. And that is the perfect thing. Like, as a grammarian, always we have to give good points with names and bad points without names. And that's what you did. It was perfectly done. Wonderful. All the evaluations were wonderful. Table topics also were good. I really enjoyed and I also participated in that. And it was a good word of the day as well, which I tried to use in my table topic speech as well. Other than that, I do not have much feedback right from beginning. I cannot give, but what the time I was there, from there till the end, it was wonderful. I look forward to joining this club's meeting as much as possible in future, whenever I get time. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bala. Thank you. Excellent feedback there. And Bala, just so you know, all our sessions since the last 6 sessions have been special keynote-like sessions. Like today we had Toastmaster Bhavya with his keynote. We have done sessions like quantum computing, artificial intelligence, and mastering crafting speeches, mastering storytelling. So in the last 6 sessions now, we've had back-to-back special sessions. You can also see the recordings of all the meetings that we've had in the last few months on the website, which I will be sharing with you. And it would be great to have you join us again next time. Thank you. I would like to request our friend Aneet and Bhavya, just so you know, Aneet has been following your YouTube channel for many months at least. He can share more about the kind of fan he is of your YouTube videos. Over to you, Aneet, about general feedback and also what you think about Bhavya's YouTube channel.
Yeah, thank you, Mohit. Yes, Bhavya sir. Really, yeah, your videos are very fruitful for me. I am doing auditing on basis of that, but yes, yesterday's session of SDG I joined, but I think I was wondering to get the knowledge about ISO 27001 from there, but it was not there. So I would like you to share me some videos, or you upload some videos around the 27001 audits. And yes, 9001 and other audits are like when I go through your videos and I implement those things in my reports or in my audit committee, I really get appreciations from them also, and they are questions from where I am learning that much in this 1.5 year span with the audit. So thank you for all the videos which I'm getting.
Great.
Over to you,
And
Toastmaster.
anything about the meeting today, Aneet? Anything you particularly liked or did not like?
No, all the sessions are perfect, and again, I would say that I have lacks of sentences and words in English, so I'm just coming up with these sessions. But when I just want to know, or if someone can support me on this, where the topics which we are picking, if I can get to read more from somewhere, so that whenever I get unknown topic, immediate topic, I can speak on them also. So need those kind of guidance or thing where I can study more about that on weekends.
Absolutely, Aneet. Thank you for sharing your feedback. And when it comes to impromptu topics or table topics, the only shortcut or the only way I know of is that come to the stage and speak out, and gradually, slowly, you will improve. That's been the case with me and with many of others who I know. This is an environment which is a safe environment where people don't judge you. You don't have any stakes. So you can come forward and try to speak it out. Today you've done that. You've been courageous. You did it once. You couldn't succeed. Next time around, you overshot the time. So that gives you an example of how you can improve just in one meeting. Imagine what will happen if you join Toastmasters and give table topics in every meeting. So that's the way, that's what we practice in these meetings every time.
Sure, I'll definitely do this. Thank you, Mohit.
Great. Thank you. Wonderful having you, Aneet. I have a raise of hand from Toastmaster Bala. Yes, Bala.
Yeah, so just one point I want to tell to Toastmaster Aneet. In table topics, firstly, don't take that there is something right or wrong. What comes to your mind, probably start with that. That is the first thing. And second, there are few techniques in table topics. One is called the Oreo. Oreo means opinion, your reason, example, and again opinion. So if it's a question, what is your opinion? What is the reason for that opinion? Then an example, and again an opinion. Or there is one more technique which is called PPF, that is past, present, and future. So it's like it's more applicable to things. For example, if I'm talking about if the topic is about a chair, so relate it with the past, relate it with the present, and then the future. These are two techniques, but I'm just telling you, and always speak out your mind. That really helps you in table topics. That is the only 2 cents I want to give you. Thank you.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bala, for sharing your inputs there. I see we have a couple of other guests. Toastmaster Suraj, you like to share your feedback?
Thank you everybody for letting me being part of this meeting. And it has been a quite a while since I joined any meeting, but it was a really wonderful meeting, and I enjoyed all sessions.
Thank you, Suraj. Which club are you from, Suraj?
I'm a part of Newtown Toastmasters Club.
Newtown Toastmasters Club, based out of which geography?
It's an online club,
Okay,
but
I see.
basically the members are from Kolkata.
Okay, okay, wonderful. Okay, thanks for sharing your feedback, Suraj, and great to have you and keep joining us again. I haven't taken inputs from Toastmaster Elios. Elios, would you like to share?
Hello.
Hey,
Yes. Can you see me and hear me?
yes.
Yes, we
Okay,
can.
thank you. I love the club name here, Toastmasters Club of Storytellers. And what else? The other club name?
That's Leaders
Um,
Connect.
Leaders Connect. Yes, I just see the joint meeting invitation here. Leaders Connect, and yeah, I love the club name. That's my first feedback. Sometimes we don't know how that name is like a blessing for us, like what we got from our parents. And if you uh, born this club name and all of the members are cherishing this, the charter member, the charter ESCOs, and giving the legacy to the next ESCO, it is like something that we are always be grateful for. So don't take it for granted. And when I see the quality of the club meeting, this good. And I think I joined during the keynote, in the end of the keynote, and then I'm listening some of the topics, and maybe just technical issue. I cannot hear clearly the topic masters. It is not personal, but yeah, I think you need to fix your audio problem so we can hear it better, because in topic it is not a norm that we are reading from the Zoom chat. Like in contest, it is not shared on the Zoom chat the question. You need to listen it carefully. But if the one that we got the question but we don't know what it is because of the audio problem, well, I don't blame the person. Well, it is for the feedback for the club itself that maybe we can invest some audios that can help the members, or just change the audio uh, devices and to check on before the meeting. So it all going well. And yes, we can practice our listening better, not our reading, because in this meeting we are more listening, more speaking, not more reading and more writing. That's all. Back to you.
Thank you,
Toastmaster
Toast.
80, can you also give some kind of pointers to everyone? Like, you are a great table topics speaker as well. Give some pointers to others how they can do good in table topics.
Oh, I don't have the credibility for that, because I haven't won any table topic contest. My best achievement is only at the area, but I'm not winning any. So yes, if you see that my table topic is good, there is someone else better than me, always. There is sky above the sky. So if you are just asking me for my secrets, well, it is not a secret, but if you keep on seeing me on the meetings, I'm always volunteering myself to be the first, because if I go second and then later on, it is make me nervous. That's why in contest, when I don't get the first speaker on the contest, it makes me more nervous. The later will make me like, I will be like, you won't see me like I'm normally. I will feel so nervous like now. You are asking me to keep on talking when I just stop my speaking, and it feels like I'm blanking. I don't have something else to think. But yes, the key here is to practice. I don't know either you know about this, but I have like the record. Maybe it is the world record in Toastmasters. It is 20 meetings in a day. And in 4 years, I think I have attended more than 5,000 club meetings. Not only, what we call it, we have 16,000 clubs all around the world. I have been there for 5,000 clubs. And you can just time it like how many times I came to the club. I think that's the hours or the time that I spend during the table topic. I keep on improvising myself. I'm running from the champion and I'm practicing all of those techniques. And I'm still struggling to use my personal story. So I'm just using the framework. Not I'm sometimes I don't have the personal story to tell. So yeah, if you want to win, use personal story. Back to you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Elios, for
Toastmaster AJ.
those points here. And thanks, Bala, for prompting some more inputs from Elios there. Yeah, there is like, I think there's no shortcut to stage time, and Elios does 20 meetings a day. No wonder we see you in every meeting. So with that, is there anything anybody else would like to share? I think we've covered all the guests.
And no, I think Toastmaster Suraj has been very quiet. I just
Yeah, Suraj has just given some of his inputs to us about how he
Okay.
felt.
Okay.
But I think the members are feeling a little left off. So what we have done this time around is, if you can refer to the chat box, there is an opportunity for all of us to not just vote for our favorite table topic speaker and other role players, but there's also opportunity for all of us to share some quick feedback. So please click on this link and share your inputs. Your voice matters. So please.
Okay. I think it's a spoiler alert for you. I already created the Google form and I shared it. And I've also shared the results with you on the chat. Can you see it? I sent the results on a one-on-one chat to you.
Sorry, Toastmaster Deepti, my audio got changed in between. Could you please repeat what you just said?
Yes, I did that.
Mohit, I actually created a Google form and I shared it for voting while
Okay.
back. Yeah, while you
Okay.
were collecting feedback. So, and I also shared the results of the form on a one-on-one chat message with you.
Okay, we already have the results, you mean? Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
I shared the results with you. Can you see them on chat?
Let me check that. Okay, we will use this another time. For now, we'll go with the old way. Let me see.
Let me resend.
Okay, I do have those actually now. Yes.
Okay, got it.
So any guesses for the best role player for today? We have the options between Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Mehek, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Alokita, and our table topics master today was Toastmaster Saurabh. Any guesses? Okay, let me spill the beans there. Our role player of the day award goes to Toastmaster Alokita. Huge round of applause for Alokita. For our auxiliary role player, we had three options. Our timer today was Toastmaster Chintan. Our counter was Toastmaster Mohit Lodi, and grammarian was Toastmaster Mohit Sahani. And this time around, I have been the one. I think Toastmaster Bhavya's speech in between helped me get some more words. So, but yes, thank you for the wonderful feedback, and I'm happy to be receiving the award for Best Auxiliary Role Player. The Best Table Topic Speaker Award goes to Toastmaster, somebody who gave us a lot of tips today, somebody who said there's no shortcut to learning to speak on the feet. It's none other than Toastmaster Elios.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, for
Oh,
the
thank you to the angel and the devil, not me.
sorry, Toastmaster Elios, say that again.
Yes, I'm thanking the angel and the devil beside me, not me.
Sure, absolutely. And of course, can't thank Toastmaster Bhavya enough, and also can't thank our evaluator for Toastmaster Bhavya's speech, Toastmaster Deepti for evaluating such a speech, such a keynote. So huge round of applause for Toastmaster Bhavya and also for Toastmaster Deepti. With that, we come to the end of a beautiful session today. And thank you all of you for joining. And please keep giving us your feedback so we keep improvising these meetings. With that, we come to the end of this meeting. Thank you again. Have a good rest of the weekend and see you next week.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.